Turn it up.
Good morning. It's Monday. It's August 10th. This is Jeff Miller again with his daily mortgage rant. Thanks again for tuning in. All the people who watched last week, we had a tremendous response. After only being online for 3 days, we had a tremendous amount of emails, phone calls, just questions about the things that I had been talking about and that I had covered. So make sure if you haven't seen those other videos, go back and check them out. There's a lot of good information, a lot of helpful tips that you can use to help your business. So let's get started. First, I wanted to start with this morning FHA tip for the day. Again, a lot of calls came in last week asking me specific questions about FHA because that right now is probably 85 to 90% of the business that's going on out there is FHA purchase loans for first-time home buyers. So get brushed up on these things, and I think you'll have an opportunity to find a home for some of these borrowers that maybe they have a little quirky situation or something might not be exactly perfect. That's the beauty of that loan, is that it's the last loan that uses some common sense to make some decisions. So anyway, here we go. Cosigner. A lot of people call them cosigners, but in the mortgage world, we call them non-occupying co-borrowers. You can use a cosigner, a non-occupying co-borrower, on a loan application to help bring debt ratios into order. So let's say you've got a first-time buyer who just is right on the edge of qualifying. They need a little extra income, and we can't give them credit maybe for a side job that they've had for the last few months where they're making some cash on the side, or maybe they're going to have a roommate that's going to rent out one of the rooms and it's going to offset the payment. But we can't use that to calculate our income for the loan. But if they had a family member, mom, dad, aunt, uncle, brother, sister, whatever it might be, that is willing to go on that loan application with them, they don't have to live in the house. They can do that with an FHA loan. You add up all their debts, add up all their income. Both borrowers have to credit qualify, but the combined income will most likely get them over the hump and get them qualified for that loan. So keep that in mind when you've got a challenge with a borrower who may not be able to afford a house payment at this point. And it opens up the doors to a lot of first-time buyers that maybe just can't afford that payment for a new house. So keep that in mind. The other thing to keep in mind too is a lot of questions that came in about specific credit score requirements last week. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. A lot of lenders have what are called overlay conditions, which means that in the FHA world, there is no minimum credit score requirement. As long as you can meet certain standards, they don't require a specific credit score. But banks have overlaid on top of that minimum credit score requirements, and most of them now are 620. But I've got access to a lender who will allow a credit score down to 560. So that's right, 560. That's a subprime type credit score that will allow them to get an FHA loan with a credit score that low. So keep that in mind. If you have borrowers who've had some dings, who've had late payments, who've had collections, that sort of thing, they are not erased from the scenario. So get it out of your mind that it's tough to get a loan right now. It's a little tougher, but it's not that tough if you know how to put it together and how to do it. So don't push those buyers to the side that say they've had credit problems. There is a home for them. Also, make sure down in the links and docs section after you watch this video that you click on the HVCC petition. Make sure you keep doing that, keep forwarding that to your friends. Again, that grassroots effort I think is really going to help get that moratorium put in place. Also, again, that IRS 45 or 5405 form for the first-time buyer credit. Make sure that you download that and insert that into your paperwork to give to the buyer when they've made their offer, so they've got that form, so they can file that form with the IRS as soon as their house closes. Again, the referral for the day is AOIT Consulting. John Rivers, the owner of that company, and basically they're an internet technology company. They'll take any computer situation that you have and they'll fix it. So if it's from building a website, sending out an email, marketing campaign, to building custom computers, to putting your network, giving you a new server, setting up Exchange email, whatever it might be, they can take care of it. John's a great guy. He's easy to get a hold of, and he'll answer all your questions and take good care of you. So make sure you check out those other referrals that I've given in the last week. Barrett Homes for all your contracting needs, for your listing, for your buyer. bids for anything that needs to get done. Rochelle Miucci, First American Title Escrow Officer, and her assistant Angie over at the Lloyd Center branch. They do a great job over there. And also Carmen Wagner, Wagner and Associates, Insurance and Financial Services. So check those guys out. Use them, refer them out to your clients, and use them for yourself if you have those needs. Also, one thing I wanted to do was I posted this morning a little video that I had made a while back when things were getting a little hairy back in the fall, back in October, and just kind of making fun of our economic situation. I took a song that everybody knows, Rocket Man by Elton John. I changed the words and made a little video to go along. So below this, this morning, after you're done checking out this video, click on the video below, get a little laugh, hopefully you enjoy it. If you got questions, concerns, anything, email me, call me, I'll get back to you as quick as I can. Thanks again, we'll see you tomorrow.
So bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll